Good morning, my dear friends. Welcome back to Mastery in English. Today, we'll be analyzing reporting or reported speech. It is otherwise known as direct speech to indirect speech. First of all, we'll be analyzing what are the changes which can be seen in WH questions. WH questions, otherwise known as question word questions. Before I step into an example, I would like to invite your attention to this particular screen, and you please read in your mind what are the changes that can be seen in the particular auxiliaries. You see, is am in direct speech and it changes as was, or probably it becomes were. I, it changes as he or she. You were, it becomes his or her. You alters as he or she. Yes, now we can see an example on the screen. It is a dialogue between a teacher and a student. Teacher, where are you coming from? Student, I am coming from Calicut. Definitely, there are two questions. Question number one. What did the teacher ask the student? Question number two. What did the student reply? If we answer for these two questions, definitely the dialogue between the teacher and student will be converted into reported speech or indirect speech. And before you do the activity, I would like to inform you that it is a dialogue between teacher and a student. And you report this dialogue to someone else. For example, you report the dialogue between teacher and student to your mother, to your father, or to your friend. You see, the teacher asked the student how the exchange of teacher, which is in WH question format, and how it is converted into reported speech. Look at the answer. The teacher asked the student, where we have written the question word as such. It is marked in red color. After that, we can see he. He, here it is subject. So in the question, we had the subject you. And we changed that subject into he. You becomes he or she, which is denoted in violet color. And you can see the auxiliary which is marked in green color. The auxiliary in the question, it was are, and it changed as was. According to the structure, are becomes were. But it is impossible, or we can't use were with the subject he. So instead of using were, we used was. So please look at the answer again. The teacher asked the student where he was coming from. Please move to the second part of the dialogue. Student, I am coming from Calicut. What did the student reply? The student replied that if it is an assertive sentence or declarative sentence, we must use that. The student replied that he was coming from Calicut. I changed as he, am changed as was. Now we can see nether changes occurred in the reported speech. In indirect speech, my indirect speech, it becomes his or her. Indirect speech has or have. An indirect speech, it becomes had. Indirect speech has been or have been. In reported speech, it becomes had been. You please keep in mind these changes. Then we move to the next example. Once again, I request you to keep in mind the changes that occurred. Then only you can do the example, or then only you can understand the example in the next slide. We have seen in the previous slide. You see, sleep, slept, slept, had slept. V3. So the woman answered, or the woman replied, or the woman said that he had slept while rocking the child. So I give you a tip for reported speech. Whenever you convert an exchange between two persons in direct speech to indirect speech, please keep in mind, write the question word as such. Then you please do the necessary changes in subject. Then move on to the third one, move on to auxiliary and main verb. So my dear friends, in the next class, I'll be coming with more information related with reported speech, the items or the auxiliaries or the verbs which can be seen in direct speech and how it can be converted into reported speech. We'll analyze it more clearly in the next class, in the next lecture, and also more examples in WH questions, and also we have to analyze yes or no questions, we have to analyze exclamatory sentences, we have to analyze imperative sentences. So all this will be in the next lecture onwards. So see you with another slide. For then, bye. It's me, Anwar Ali, K English teacher. So if you have any questions or queries, you can comment in the comment box and I will revert you back. Okay, thank you.